Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well. Happy holidays. So we are less than 2 weeks away from Christmas, and I'm had a lot of stuff going on this month, but I did want to get a video showing some gift ideas that I have. So I had a chance today to go through Home Depot with my son Grayson. He helped me, and we picked out some of my favorite items, some items I think are some good savings, things I definitely recommend. And I'm going to play that video in just a second, but I'm going to bring you up to speed a little bit what's been going on my channel. I just have a couple tools here, something I'm going to clarify right away. Hey, Brian, Brian Benedict. Thanks for stopping by. Jeremy, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Let me try this minute. Yeah, I'm doing well. So I have my stream deck right here. So I'm going to try to post some comments like that a little bit more on this video. So yeah, I guess the question for you is there something that you've seen at Home Depot that is a good deal or something that you want that's on your Christmas list? I'd like to hear what you have to say in the live chat. So I'm gonna just tell you a little bit what I have going on with my channel. So yesterday I uploaded a video showing a couple different, my microphone's kind of in the way. I'll move a little closer. So I have a couple different Ryobi impact drivers. There's a Gen 1 and a Gen 2, and then also drill drivers, half-inch drill drivers. So what I did is I compared the performance of the two, and then in the description, I posted some links, but I didn't realize until today, I found out that on the newer version, the Gen 2, that, well, let me back up a minute. So they're both priced on the Home Depot website around $99, but there's a special buy right now on the new one, the Gen 2. I think it's both on the impact and the drill driver, the tool and 2 batteries for like $89, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to post that link. I just heard about it, but didn't have a chance to research it yet today. So I'll post that on my video from yesterday. Also, I'll post it down below. After this video is done, I'm going to update all my links. So right now, I don't have any links. So the different items that I've seen in the video, let me set this down a minute. Yeah, so I don't have links to what's going to be in my live stream. So Jeremy says, is that a Craftsman air compressor on the wall? Yes, it is. I reviewed that not too long ago, and my garage is pretty full with a lot of things and not a lot of wall space. So my video backdrop there, that's where I hung it for the video, and it might end up being the permanent home for it. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how. Trying to get some reorganization in my garage going. And then another thing that I have, this was something, I don't think I posted it on YouTube here. So Stiletto reached out to me, and they have a new grip color that they introduced. And they gave me a box that had a lock on it, and it wouldn't open until I think like a week ago, like on a Monday. So anyways, they revealed a new grip color. So on their newer hammers, they have replaceable grips. And it's just kind of interesting. They never have had a bright red color grip until just like a week ago, they announced it. So right now they're still available for pre-order. So this is the Tybone 14. This is probably one of my favorite sizes right here. And then if you're looking for a gift idea, I mean, these are titanium hammers, but if you're looking for a gift idea that's high quality titanium, not as expensive, this is probably one of my favorite all-time tools to have in a tool belt. This is from Stiletto. This is their trim bar. So you can see that wider design right there. I understand that's a Japanese design, but this works so well for like doing any type of trim work, even some demolition work, trying to like pop some trim off some things, even some heavier stuff. This is really lightweight compared to the steel ones and very strong. So if I happen to lose this or something happened to it, I would go right out and buy another one. That's how much I like it. So Jeremy's saying, how loud is it, that compressor? That is, yeah, it's quite, yeah, I don't have it plugged in the moment, but yeah, it's quite loud. It's not as, probably the quietest, let me move this out of the way a little bit. The quietest compressor I have is the Milwaukee M18 one. And that, is fairly quiet. You could have a conversation where this one is quite loud. So if you and I were talking, we'd probably have to speak extra loud with that running, but it doesn't run that long. It's a pretty small tank inside there, so it fills up fast, but then again, it drains fast too. Hey, Tim, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. He said, I picked up some of the small Ryobi tool line. I got the speaker, flashlight, magnifier glass. Now, I haven't tested that one out. A new light and 3 battery charge, and the 3 battery charger. May pick up another light. One of my favorite things from them that I use all the time is the fan. They have a M18 fan. It's just a lot of times with dogs, they spill water, things like that. So it's just so quick and convenient. And I think if I use like the 4 amp hour battery, it just runs for a really long time. And it's pretty effective. It really directs that volume of air right to the target pretty well. Oh yeah, this is one other thing. So I recently, this is something brand new on my channel. This just launched in November. This was announced at the Milwaukee Pipeline event, the M18 sander, the 5-inch orbital sander. So this is their 2nd generation. I think the first one was launched around 2017. I reviewed that, and it was always had a lot of vibration, and it kind of took some practice to get it to not like bite into the material you're working on. But if you switch to this one right here, this is such a major upgrade. I'm probably not going to look back on the other one. This new one right here is so smooth. You can probably almost like guide it with just a couple fingers across. It just works so well. So definitely like it. So I think this works well with up to a 5 amp hour battery. If it's heavier than that, then a bigger battery, then it gets a little heavy. Let's see. So let's see. Jeremy said, I saw the greenskeeper at the golf course in the neighborhood cutting down trees. So I'm guessing where you're at, Jeremy, that the golf season's over. Here in Michigan, it definitely is. I think there are some courses that allow a little bit of winter golf if it warms up enough. I'm not sure. Maybe you can't bring carts out, but you could walk it. I have heard of that. I've never been that avid of a golfer to try to go outside the summer season or the fall season. But my sons and I are really getting into golf quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to going out more next year. We did have a chance to get out a little bit this year. It's a lot of fun. Tim says, I love the clip fans. That's the USB, I believe. Yeah, we have one of those. We have a treadmill, and that's really nice on the treadmill. Put it right there. It just keeps you a little bit cool when you're using that. The sander, Jeremy, this one, let's see. Yeah, so I'm still getting used to the on-off buttons in the front. So when you're looking at it, it's kind of hard to see. So it's probably the same noise as a regular sander. It's not any quieter, but the biggest thing is just how smooth it works and just the low vibration. So if you've ever worked on any like furniture, trying to like sand it down, it's really a long, tedious process. And to have something this smooth for all that time that you're using it is awesome. So I'm definitely liking this. One last thing before we get to my video. I have a 7-minute video walking through Home Depot today. This is something this is the very first thing. I just made a couple short videos on it, or some reels. This is the new top-off charger. So this works with any of the Milwaukee jackets. So the new ones, you can see that they require, there's 2 holes right there, 2 connectors. So they're I believe they're called the Hexon jackets. So this will work with the new ones and any of the old ones. And then what's nice is a lot of things are going to USB-C. So this is an update from some of the older jackets. It has that USB-C right there. So if you want to, say, charge your iPhone or something like that, you just, right there, I have 4 bars and it's ready to do some charging. So you can heat your jacket, or you can have this as a backup to keep your phone charged. All right. So I'm going to switch now to in just a second. All right, I'm going to go back here. All right, so what I'm going to do real quick, I just need to make sure that you guys can hear this. Okay, great. I appreciate it, everybody. Bill, thank you for stopping in. So when I play this video on my computer, it's really jumpy and the audio is bad. But when I did a test earlier, the video sound was clear, not choppy. So what I'm going to do is probably pause this video a couple times to make some comments. In the very beginning, though, okay, that's great. The very beginning, I didn't speak in this, so I'm going to just explain a little bit. So this is one of the things that I find, like every year, Home Depot has these Husky tool sets on sale. So I'm going to just, let's see, play. So this is a 275 piece. Move my microphone a little bit closer. This is a 275, there we go, piece toolkit for 99 bucks. You know, if you hired somebody to, let's say, like replace your alternator, they would charge probably just that in labor. So buying this for 99 bucks, and if you did anything like watch a YouTube video, even if you don't know how to do it, this would pay for itself pretty much fixing one thing on your vehicle. So just showing how heavy it is right there. Those are all the items in it. All right, so Grayson here, this is my son Grayson. So I'm going to pause it. He's showing, this is from Milwaukee, 1997. If you guys don't have a speed square or framer square like this, these are I think they're 7-inch. So if you're working with a 2x4, 2x6, the 7-inch right here is great for marking different things. So for 1997, they're a really good quality square. There's a close-up of it. So now you can tell me. So here's a bin. If you can hear everything in here is $79. This is actually a tool that I've been looking at getting. This is the M12 soldering iron. So everything on here has a 4-star or better review. So instead of 99, these are all a lower price at 79. These are all 12-volt items. So we have the right angle driver, the rotary tool, the hacksaw, soldering iron, the M12 oscillating multi-tool, and the 12-volt mounting floodlight. And then if you haven't tried the Milwaukee gloves, these nitro gloves, these are really awesome. So they have different, well, these are all cut level 1. I buy them at different cut levels, but the ones like these are really comfortable, good dexterity with them. So they're either $4.97 each for that one. Right here we have a 3-pair for $12.88. And they last a long time, or 6-pair for $19.88. All right, so I just want to pause real quick. Can you guys hear that? Does it sound like it's not like choppy? So when it gets processed and plays back on my computer, it's very choppy. So I just want to make sure with you guys that you're hearing it okay. If it is really choppy, then I can mute that and talk through it. But while I'm waiting for any answers, Jeremy, there really are, this is something I was going to, thank you for asking. Have there been any tool announcements recently? And the answer is no. When you get into the holiday season like this, a lot of the companies are really focusing on like the Black Friday deals and just kind of gearing up for the holidays. And then probably a lot of people are taking time off the end of this month. So they're kind of gearing up probably for the new year. And there's been just a couple things I know, like between Rigid and Ryobi, there's been like basically nothing for the last, I don't know, probably 3 to 4 weeks. And there probably won't be until January. I think Milwaukee has had just a couple small things. There was something to do with women's apparel that they were announcing. And then I didn't actually get that press release, but I heard there was something there. And then there was also some bits, some impact driver bits. So just some really small things, no real big things. All right, Tim, thank you for letting me know everything sounds fine. I'm going to keep playing here. And this is really cool. This is the top handle arborist chainsaw from Milwaukee. I have reviewed this on my channel. All right, so this chainsaw is normally $349, marked down to $299, and this has nearly a 5-star review on it, and it's a tool only. So I like the 6 amp hour high output battery for this. It seems to balance really nice, but you can use any M18 battery in it. So 90 pieces impact driver bit set. All right, so Texas Vet says I froze. Hopefully I'm back up better now. Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, I have a backup. It looks like it's still moving, so let me know if it's still freezing or not. So this is pretty awesome right here. This is probably like the best value. This is a smaller pack out bit set, and check this out. I'll hit play. $220 value, $49.88. If you're looking at a different tool set, Gear Wrench here has one 232 piece for $199, and this has, looks like 3 drawers right there that lifts up. Those are all the pieces that come with it, and that is nearly a 5-star review, so that's quite a savings. So I'm wondering if any of you guys have tried the Gear Wrench products. I haven't tested any of those out yet, but that last one looked really cool. It has the ratcheting wrenches. Those are very nice when you're working like inside like an engine bay right there, trying to reach into some tight spaces, not having to, or just having that ratchet ability is very nice. So this is another thing right here. Jeremy, I'll get to your question in just a second. I highly recommend, this is a 3-piece pry bar set from Husky. I bought this a couple years ago and I use it all the time. I would never be able to change some of my mower deck belts, especially the PTO belt on my Cub Cadet mower. I definitely need something like this to get in there to install the belt. Definitely worth the money. All right, if you're looking at a bigger tool set from Husky, we have this one for $169. Normally $249. This is 290 pieces. So you have a lot of these Allen wrenches right there. It's nice to have those. Lifetime warranty on them. Grayson, how heavy is it?
Oh, I'm looking. Oh.
Can you lift that and see how heavy it is?
Ooh.
That's pretty heavy.
I don't think I can curl it.
It's more than 35 pounds?
Yeah, probably like 45 pounds.
All right. A lot of steel in there.
Yeah.
All right, this is the item right here that I think a lot of people are going to want if they're getting into some DIY home repair. This is the 18 gauge brad nailer. So this is $99, was $139. You can really do a lot of stuff, trim work around the house. If you're into woodworking, it's always nice to have a router. Palm routers really are handy. They're just a nice compact size. So this one right here, $79, and then you can get this 15-piece set with it. Really do a lot of different styles with it for $39. It was $69. All right, if you don't. All right, I'm just gonna pause for a second, just catch up on a couple of questions so you guys don't have to wait too long to have your question answered. So I believe the next question, I want to make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Jeremy says, is a pole saw dangerous? Yeah, one thing that people don't often think about, I mean, the blade can be like 10 feet away from you, the chain, but when you're cutting up high like that, there's, let's see, I want to make sure I'm in the frame here so you can see me. So when you're cutting up high like that, a lot of times that branch can slide down and come back at you, or it could have like a hinge on it and come back at you. So if you're cutting straight out, it's pretty safe, but when you're cutting it overhead, that's where you got to watch out for it. TexVet says, that is an awesome saw. I finally got to use it recently. Very powerful. Yeah, that is one that I go to quite often when I have just some smaller things around the house. I like not having to like let it, like with a gas chainsaw. I mean, I love my gas chainsaws, don't get me wrong, but when I'm just doing something quick, it's nice not having any of that warm-up time or having to pull start it and choke it and all that. And it has a lot of power. It's really nice. So I mentioned in my video that I use the 6 amp hour. I can't remember if I use the 8 amp hour. I think the 6, the high output, that's just a really nice balance to it. If you put something like the 12 amp hour, it just is way too heavy on that one end. But yeah, with that 6 amp hour high output, it really does well. Tim Raver says, I have the knee pad. I will keep it on my truck during the summer. Was that, or what brand was that? I did see Milwaukee had a knee pad. I don't know if I showed that in my video. It looked like a really nice padded one that I was actually considering. I have a roofing project coming up on my house pretty soon. TextBot said, "Hey Jeremy, that can really come down to the user of the pole saw, honestly." Yeah, that's true. If you really know what you're doing and have experience with it. And Jeremy said, "Is it loud?" There, well, it's kind of funny. I've been testing more battery powered ones. So yeah, they're actually pretty quiet. I have an Echo gas one. That's the only gas pole saw I have. And I definitely wear earmuffs with it. So any gas item, I just put earmuffs on. So it's not as loud as like a backpack blower, but it's kind of like a string trimmer, I guess you could say. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. We have just a few more minutes left of this Home Depot trip. A hammer drill. This right here is a nice option. So this one is a tool only, 129, half-inch hammer drill. So I did feature this on my channel a little while ago. All right, we think this would make a really good gift for somebody from Ryobi. This is a digital inflator. So this one has a nice price on it. Was $69 down to $39. So you could set your tire pressure like 35. Being digital, you can see where it's at and stop instead of having to continually check it. Yeah, I want to make a comment right here. What's kind of interesting is, so, I've been around for quite a long time, but the younger generations, they have these tools that have the digital gauge on them. And if you, like the old way of doing it, you would just put a compressor hose on it. Then you have to get your inflator checker and do that. So it's really cool that this will automatically stop. So depending on, like if you have, this will work with tires, sports balls, all different types of things. It has a fast inflator for like air mattresses. And that's what's kind of unique about this. I haven't seen on some other ones. And then it has the ones, another nozzle for tires, like an adapter on it. So what's cool is when you're going out and checking your tires. So I bet if you went and checked, if you have one or two vehicles in your household, if you went and checked all the tires, I bet more than likely one of them, if not more, is going to be below the recommended amount, and maybe even slightly more than like 5 PSI. We have relatively new tires on our vehicles, but especially when you get in the cold weather like this, and if you have like older vehicles with new tires, there's always that chance of some rim leaks. So this is really a great deal. I haven't ever tested this inflator out, but it's nice having the digital version. All right, here we have an impact driver 3/8, the Atomic series. And this one has nearly a 5-star review with the 2 amp hour battery included. It is priced at $99, and you get these items right here with it. The charger, 2 amp hour battery, and the impact driver. All right, this is something cool from Ryobi. Grayson's gonna roll it out. All right, this is the Ryobi Link Speed Bench. And this thing folds up nice and neat real quick. You can use it as a cart to move stuff, or you have a workbench to work off of. Yeah, so right here it has the metric ruler on it. We have the SAE right here. Yeah. We're gonna lift it. It converts like a transformer. And then you have a hand cart right there. So the price right here, $199. All right, right here, Grayson. All right, I'm gonna pause for just a second to get caught up on some of the comments. So Danny Hector, welcome. He says, "What is the next project you are doing?" Well, when the weather warms up, I have a roofing nailer, the Milwaukee M18. I've been waiting for this nailer for a couple of years. I've been asking about it. A lot of people have been asking Milwaukee when they're coming out with it. So at the Pipeline event back in June, that's when they launched it. So I have a roof that has it's a garage roof that has a couple repairs on it that are temporary repairs, but I'm wanting to take the temporary part off and put some new shingles down over it. So I can't wait to test that out, but I'm waiting for a day where it's not like 15 degrees like it was today. Tim says, "You didn't show the pad, but it's well worth the $14. Well, that's a good price." Jeremy said, "What PPE is required when trimming trees?" Well, always chaps. Like whenever I'm running a chainsaw, I always have chaps on. I always have gloves, long sleeves, a helmet with face protection, earmuffs. And the screen I have It depends. Like a lot of times I'll put like clear glasses or sunglasses, depending on what, how bright it is out there. But a lot of times that fine sawdust can potentially get through that screen. So I like just having sunglasses too, and boots. I have some composite toe boots that, for me, those are things I definitely recommend. So I have a pair of chaps that are broken in, and that's one thing for sure. I've heard many people say they've heard stories. They know someone who wishes they would have had chaps on. When you start getting tired, that's when some accidents can happen. And when you're lugging around a big heavy chainsaw, you can get tired pretty fast. So that's one thing I recommend. All right, so we're getting right near the end of my Home Depot trip. This is something cool from DeWalt. Let me just hit play. This toolbox is pretty cool right here, these drawers. Can you open one of the drawers? You lift up on it, pull it out. And then when you push it, I think they're pretty smooth. I don't know if they have soft close or not, but it's on a rolling cart with 4 wheels. Nice wide drawers. So all that right there for $8.96. So just the dolly is $189. It's kind of a cool tray right there, like a worktop for putting all your stuff. A couple cup holders, little side tray for the smaller things. Yeah, I just want a quick pause this minute. So one thing, when I'm looking for a tool bench, like I have a Husky one, DeWalt has one. I really want one that has a solid surface like this one has here. I really like that idea instead of having some that have some holes in them. So I think if DeWalt made this right here in a folding table, I would definitely get it. The cup holders probably aren't so necessary, but just the rest of it, the way it's flat and has that little tray down there for like some screws, I like that. Oh, shoot. Hang on, let me get this back. Nice wide drawers. They're like a worktop for putting all your stuff. A couple cup holders, little side tray for the smaller things. And then Milwaukee offers a lot of winter wear things, baseball hats, the work skin right here. This is really great this time of year. I'm definitely a fan of their t-shirts. I have several of them, wear them all the time. All right, from Rigid, here's a Black Friday savings item, a 7-inch tile saw with a stand, $2.99. I have the 10-inch version of that, and it's really very handy for all your tile work, even landscape tile, landscape block, things like that. All right, so that's the end of my trip there at Home Depot. There was one thing I didn't make it in the video, but Grace and I were looking, we came across a Husky Spotlight. I forget, it might have been like 25 bucks, something like that. And the one in the store, it doesn't come with batteries. You either put alkaline batteries or rechargeable batteries of your own in them. But we pulled it, and man, that thing is so bright. And where we live, we have a lot of deer and our dogs, and it'd just be cool to be able to have a nice spotlight. So that was something that we bought that was a special buy price, I believe. And I forget how many candle power it has, but that was a really cool thing to have, or to pick up. We didn't make it a gift. I guess we gave it to ourselves as a gift. Let me go back up here a minute. All right, so I'm gonna get caught up on a couple of the comments. Texas Vet says, I'm jumping ahead by recently snagged the Milwaukee M18 supercharger with 2 8-amp-hour Forge batteries for $349. Yeah, that's an awesome deal. That supercharger, I forget the numbers, the stats on it, how fast it is, but yeah, if you want to get your battery up to, I believe it's 80%, it's really fast. So having those 8-amp-hour batteries are really nice too. Haven't had a chance to do much testing of that battery and the new 12-amp-hour Forge. I did put the 12-amp-hour Forge in my miter saw, and I was cutting some oak, and I just really like the way that powered through. I have a table saw that I want to try it out on as well. Jeremy says, is DeWalt coming out with out with gas lawnmowers? I really doubt it. Echo this year introduced a Briggs & Stratton Echo mower, the gas mower. And that's one that doesn't require oil changes. And then the way they designed it, you can stand it up when you're done. You don't have to worry about like fluids leaking. so it can be in that vertical position in your garage. So that was kind of cool, because there are people that still want a gas push mower, and the one that Echo has is probably a little bit of like a prosumer, but yeah, I haven't really heard anything with DeWalt doing that. The knee pad, oh, Husky brand. Okay, Tim, that's good to know. Yeah, I had a pair like somewhere over here that somebody was using for roofing that I bought. So I haven't tested them out on a roof, but I'm always kind of looking for that pair of knee pads that's like really comfortable to wear. Jeremy says, what's the plan on Honda lawnmowers for spring of next year? So when I was at Equip Expo, they introduced a line of 4 new battery powered push mowers, some different sizes. I think, I forget where I had that video. It might be on Instagram. I posted something about that. I know there's some other people that covered it a little bit more in depth. They definitely aren't doing gas. All right, so I want to jump. Let's see. Tell you we're going to wrap things up here pretty quick. This is what's coming up next month. World of Concrete. It's right around January 20th. So I'm going to be making some videos. Last year, I made a video that had a little bit, I think I made 2 videos that had a little bit of each brand. But this year, I think what I'm going to do is visit the companies like Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, Hilti, Cat Diamond Tools. So I'm going to probably make a video on each company. So if you're really like into Milwaukee to see what they have, you can watch that video, and Bosch as well too. That's another company that's there. Then also, last year was my first time going there. That place is so huge. I didn't really plan it out. This year I want to plan it out and try to see more of what I didn't get to see before, because I think we had like 25,000 steps or something like that, and there's a lot more that we could have seen. So I'm going to plan a little bit better to try to get some of those other unique things besides the major tool companies I just mentioned. So that's that. And yeah, everyone, I just want to say thank you for watching, supporting the channel. And if there is a tool deal, if you're watching this later on, put it down below, something that you can share with the rest of everyone here that's watching that I may not have pointed out from Home Depot, something that would be worth checking out. I'd like to hear what you guys are seeing as well too. So yeah, that is it. I'm just going to go over here, make sure that, there's no more comments. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. Talk to you soon.